Hi, if you're new to my station, I am Lori, and you are watching.
I dare you to fix me. I'm crossing the line now.
Hi, everybody. As you can tell, I'm going to be doing a book diary for A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. Of course, there's going to be spoilers, so don't watch if you are planning on reading the book and you haven't read it yet. But I opened the box, but I haven't taken it out yet. So I didn't get no special edition. I just got oh my god, that thing's huge. I just got,
Yeah, it is.
what is this thing? You are massive.
Man, how many pages are in that book?
I just got the Amazon version. I'm going to throw the box over there.
Oh,
Look how huge this sucker is. Oh,
that was
gosh.
amazing. He said, "What's that?"
You can use this sucker as a weapon.
Not really.
I'm trying to see how it is. It's got a tiny bit of damage right there, but nothing major. If I like this and I can find a special edition after then I'll probably also get a special edition one. But for right now, I just got the Amazon. This has, oh my gosh,
Yeah, that's probably like 5-something pages.
Court of Silver Flame. No, there's more than 500. There's like 700 and something. 751 pages.
Wow!
Woo, baby.
Wow!
That's
Wow!
a
That would
brick.
take wow! Wow! That would take a couple days to read.
But anyways, this is Nesta and Kate Cassian's story. I'm excited, even though I'll tell you, I've read the other ones besides the novella one, the Christmassy one. I didn't read that one. But anyways, Nesta is a character that the first time I read this series, I didn't like her at all. And then the second time I read it and I really paid attention to her and stuff and what she was going through, then I still didn't like her 100%, but I understood her more. So that's why I'm excited to see how she's going to be in this book. So I'm super excited. I don't know when I'm going to start this. I'll probably read a little bit before we're going to go out to eat in a little while, me and my man. So I might try to read like maybe 40, 50 pages if possible before we leave, just to get a feel of it, to see what I'm thinking. But yeah, but once I get to a certain part, well, I'm going to try to update you after every 100 page, but unless there's something that happens before that 100, before each of those 100 page marks. So something like really exciting happens or something really sad happens, and I'll update you before each 100 checks. So, alright, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll be back when I have something to say. Bye for now. Hi, everybody. I'm not to 100 yet. I told you I wasn't going to update probably until every 100 pages, but I got to page 52, so I figured I'll talk real quick. I know a lot of people don't like Nesta, but I feel so bad for her. Like, you could tell she's going through, what is it called? Post-traumatic stress disorder, whatever it's called. PSTD. And she feels like she's all alone, and, she doesn't have anybody. Like, Farah, has, like, Rice and Armin, how you say her name, and all them. And they accept Ellen, but they don't accept her. There's this part where she's talking about, let me see if I can find it. Talk about this. I'll read to you what it says. It breaks my heart. Let me find it. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe it's before that one. Try to see if it's before this one or after. It must be after. I can't find what I'm looking for. But she's talking about like how like there's pictures at Farrah's house, but there's some of her dad, there's some of Ellen, however you say the sister's name. There's some of, the inner circle and Farrah and everything, but and there's even a picture of her dad, but there's no pictures of Nesta there. Isn't that sad that they would not put a picture of Nesta there? So the only person that's not there is Nesta and Nesta's mom. And then she talks about like how it's hard for her to even take a bath. Like I already feel like I'm gonna start crying, and I just started the book. It says it had taken her months of battling it, the body tense panic that made her very bones tremble to submerge. But she forced herself to face it down, had learned to sit in the icy water, nauseous and shaken, teeth gritted, had refused to move until her body recognized that she was in a tub and not the cauldron, that she was in her apartment and not the stone castle across the sea, that she was alive, immortal, even though her father was not. And then it says, some days the sheer dread and panic locked Nesta's body up so thoroughly that nothing could get her to breathe. Nothing could stop the awful power from beginning to rise in her. Nothing beyond the music at the taverns, the card games with strangers, the endless bottles of wine, and the sex that made her feel nothing, but offered a moment of release among the roaring inside her. Isn't that so sad, you guys? Like, people are so mean to her. Like, literally. Like, I already have tears in my eyes. Here it is. The part about the picture. It's talking about how there's a pretty building, furniture, paint, and Farrah's painting. This is like Farrah's painting. It says every piece of art had picked by Farrah herself or painted by her. Many of them portrait and duplicates. How do you say that word? Of them, her friends, her new family. There was none of Nesta, naturally. Isn't that sad? Like, I wonder why she's like turned into like drinking and like men, having sex with any man that she that will have sex with her. It's just sad. And then she's like even pushing Ellen away, and she says, the flashes of the discarded cloak of the cauldron, chill waters, or Cassian's crawling towards her, or her father's neck snapping. Like, she's going through all these, has different things in her head. And then she's talking about, like, basically why she's the way she is. Then she learned precisely how merciless it might be to be ripped away, what the cost of hope and joy and true love was. She never wanted to face it again, never wanted to endure what she felt in the forest clearing, with the king of Hybern chuckling, blood everywhere. Her power hadn't been enough to save them that day. She supposed she'd been punishing it for failing her ever since, keeping it locked up tight inside her. And then there's another one. Because they're forcing her to like move into the one house and to work at the library. They took like even that apartment. She said she can't have anything of her own, not even that apartment, because they're getting it demolished, and then they're gonna make something else out of it. So she feels like nothing is hers. And then she's in the bed, and it says, at the new place where they making her stay, it says she barely managed to toe off her shoes before she slid beneath the layers of white down blankets and quilts, closed her eyes and breathe and breathe and breathe. So sad. Like, I can't believe I'm already tearing up. But even in the beginning, she's talking about, like when the very beginning is, as she was getting put into the cauldron. It said she knew she was going into the cauldron, knew she would lose this fight, knew no one was coming to save her, not Sop and Farah, not Farah's gagged former lover, not her devastated new mate, not Cassian, broken and bleeding on the floor. The warrior was still trying to rise on trembling arms to reach her. The king of Hybrid had done this to her, to Aline, to Cassian, and to her. The ice water bit into the soles of her feet. It was the kiss of venom, a death so permanent that every inch of her roared in defiance. She was going in, but she would not go gently. The water gripped her ankles with phantom talons, tagging her down. She twisted, wrenching her arm free from the guard who held it. But you know that she really likes Cassin. I always forget how you say his name. Cass. I just call him Cass. But she's pushing away because she don't think she could. That if something happens, she's pushing everybody away because she don't want to lose anybody else, and she don't want to feel like, that devastation. So she's like sleeping with whoever she can to dull the pain, and she's pushing everybody that loves her away. Even Rice, I can understand Rice because, he wants to protect Farah. But I also don't like him because of the way he treats Nesta. Like, he should understand that she is going through a lot, Yeah, I don't know. It's just really sad. But I'm going to let you guys go, or this vlog is going to be a long one. But I'll talk to you guys all later. Hi, everybody. I wanted to update you. I got to page 116, chapter 10. It's really, right now, it's just mostly, like, Nesta, still trying to, like, overcome her, not overcome, but, start, how would I explain it? I don't want to, like, say anything that could be worded wrong. She's still, like, has a lot of, what's it called? Post-traumatic stress disorder that she's going through. PSTD. So, and it's her still pushing everybody away. And we're finding out about the sisters? What are they? I forgot what they're called. But they were in the last one. They're the witches or whatever they were that are bad. And they're allying themselves with, or what's his name? Lucian? Is it Lucian? No. Moore. Her father, I think it's her father, is trying to align himself with these witches. And the humans are also, I guess the humans are trying to be with him as well. I might be getting a little confused. And they're finding out a little bit about that. Azrael, like it's called Maas, he is going to be like a spy there, I guess you could say. Nesta is starting to make some friends, which is interesting, and I'm so happy because she always feels so lonely. She's still pushing, like I said, Cassian away. That's the only thing I don't like. I hope they start liking each other soon. I mean, because everybody's saying, like, how it's really smutty and everything. So, I know there's gonna be like some smut, a lot of smut scenes, because even Beautiful Bethany from Beautiful Because Bethany was talking about like how they talk about like certain things, like certain fluids and stuff. I haven't got there yet, but she did mention that. So yeah, I'm very curious. But I'm liking it. Right now it feels like a 4-star, which is good. And yeah, I'm definitely already more involved in this one than I was in A Court of Thorn and Roses. I like the other two, but A Court of Thorn and Roses, I think I gave like a 4 or a 4.5. I can't remember exactly. This one, I would say I'm liking more, or I'm more interested. I'm more invested. I don't know if I'm liking it quite as much yet as I did. I mean, as A Court of Thorn and Roses. But that could change. I mean, look at this. I got a long way to go. But I just like the world, and I just love... I like Nesta. I know people don't like her, but I like her. She's just really screwed up. And she has a right to be feeling, to be screwed up. I mean... But I wish she would open up to people and let them in. Because, they don't realize that she's hurting so bad. Which is really sad. That she don't feel like she can confide in them. Her own family, her own sisters. And yeah. But I can't wait, because I really want her and Cassian to be together, and I'm hoping that they're mates or whatever they call it. But yeah, but I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll update you guys all tomorrow, because I'm done for the night. So I'll talk to you guys sometime tomorrow. Night. Hi everybody, I wanted to update you on the book, of course. I'm now on page 185, chapter 16. I'm really liking this, you guys. Now, of course, you guys know it's going to be very spoilery. But there's this scene where she's finally letting Cassian train her. And the first thing they got to do is like exercise. They're like, what was it? Did he say she had to do let's see. I think he said they have to let's see. I'm trying to find it. Oh, toes. They have to like do their toe work first. And there's this part that I swear I put down. For some reason, this part reminds me of Dirty Dancing, where Baby had to look into Johnny's eyes while balancing on the log. Because he's talking about how, like I was saying, that they have to work on their feet first and wiggle their toes and stuff. And then she's thinking to herself, and this is what she said. She'd taken off her boots and gone through a few stamps with Cassian, focusing on clenching her toes, finding her balance, and generally looking like a fool. At least no one was around to see her standing on one leg while hinging, or something like that, at the hip, the other leg raising behind her, or using 2 wooden poles to steady herself while she swung her foot from pole to pole, working her way up each stick, or doing a basic squat that it turned out all wrong, and her weight misplaced and back to the arch. Misplaced and back to the arch. It's just because, in that part with, in Dirty Dancing, she has to, like, before she can really start dancing and doing the big thing, she has to, like, balance on the log, and she has to keep looking him in the eyes and everything. For some reason, that gives me that feeling. Yeah. And then she saw this person. It's so sad that this lady that had her wings. I mean, this one Faye that had her. That's a female that had her wings clipped, and she was asking Cassian why they do that, and Cassian said to control their women. It's an old tradition. That's sad. And then there's he was talking, and then he talked about how he doesn't hate her, and really, they don't hate her either. It's just they love her, and they don't want her to, you know, they want her to, you know, be better, you know. And then she says, and I have never hated you, Cassian, because he was like, I don't hate you, you know. And then she said that back to him. And I said, oh, that's so sweet. And she's meeting friends. She's got Gwen. I don't know if that's how you say her name. Gwyn? It's Gwyn. I'm not sure. And I really like her. I think she was raped because it was talking about, because she was talking to Cassian, and he said something. If I can find it pretty soon, I'll tell you. But I'm so glad that she's making friends. Here it is. She's talking about what happened to the priestesses. How do you say that in Sangrah? I don't know how you say this word, but it's Sangravah 2 years ago. It said, he went wholly stare. It was terrifying, the stillness of a male ready to kill, to defend, to bloody himself. But his voice was terribly calm as he asked why. What happened? And then he says, Hybrin was looking for the cauldron back then, for the piece of his feet. One was hitting at the temple in Sagrag? I don't know how you say that word. Its power used to fuel its priestess gifts for a millennium. Hybrid found out and sent a unit of their deadliest and cruelest warriors to retrieve it. They said they slaughtered most of the priestesses, how do you say that word, for sport, and raped any they found to their liking. So, that's sad. Because Gwen worked in the library, that all these different ones that have been abused and saved, they work in the library. And like I was telling you before, when they were doing that intervention, they said that if she didn't do what if she wouldn't train with Cassian and work in the library, that they would make her go to the human world. And so she's working at the library, and Gwen and some of these other people work there. And then we find out that Ares, how do you say his name? Ares, how do you say his name? His dad, Baron, I think his dad's name is Baron. I think. Anyways, he wants to be in a war. Yeah. So we found out about that he wants to go to war. And we're also finding out that Tamlin is in his beast form. He won't change and be human. He's in a beast form. So, but I love this part. I marked it because the house, not the library, but the house sends her stuff. It's so cute. Like he gave her the house sent her a smutty book, and she goes to the house. I didn't know you had a dirty taste. It says the houses only respond by running a bath, dinner, bath, and a book. Nesta said aloud, shaking her head in something close to awe. It's perfect, thank you. Then it says the house said nothing, but when she stepped into her bedroom, she found bathroom, she found that it wasn't an ordinary bath. The house had added an assortment of oils that smelled of rosemary and lavender. She breathed in hitty, beautiful scent and sighed. I think you might be my only friend, Nesta said, then groaned her way into the tub's welcome warmth. It said the house was apparently so pleased by her words that as soon as she laid back, a tray appeared across the width of the tub, laden with a massive piece of chocolate cake. And then she goes to this really library that's really part of the library. It's on the 7th level of the library that has something awful in there. There's somebody really, really awful in there. And her and she's there, and Gwen comes, and she uses some kind of a invoking stone for they can hurry up and get out of the library, because it felt like whatever this darkness was, that it was going to go after them. Let's see. And he was talking about, it's so sad, he was talking about his mom. He was talking about how he was taken away from his mom when he was 3 years old, and that she was in disgrace for some reason, or they put her into a disgraced state. She became prey to the monsters. It said she did their back-breaking labor until she died alone, and I was at winter heaven by then. I wasn't strong enough to return to help her, to bring her somewhere safe. That's sad. More with the house. The house had a taste for romance novels. Nesta stayed up later than she should have to finish the one it had left the day before, and when she returned to her room that evening, another was waiting. Don't tell me you read. Don't tell me somehow. Don't tell me you somehow read these. She lifted through the volume on her stand. In answer, 2 more books bumped on the surface. Each one utterly filthy. Nesta let out a soft chuckle. It must get awful dull up here. And then more books started plopping on top of the other. Oh. And then there's this part here where he's like, the first time I saw the look on your face, you were still human, and I nearly went to my knees before you. Your power is a song, and one I've waited a very, very long time to hear, Nessa. Then he says, do you know what I'm going to think of tonight? I'm going to think of that look on your face. I always think of that look on your face. And then she's thinking about him, and she's she's taking care of her own needs. And that's where I'm at. All right. This is going to be a very long vlog because I got a lot to say. So just be prepared. This might be an over an hour vlog. So, yeah. But I'll talk to you guys later. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Sorry I haven't updated you lately. The last time I updated you, I was on getting ready to read page 185, and I am now on 285, so I haven't updated you in about 100 pages. So that much I haven't updated you since then. What can I really tell you? What can I really tell you guys? I'm trying to remember what happened. We found out something happy. I'm not going to say what. But something happy happened. Not with Nesta and Cassian. Some other stuff happened between them. But it was with another character. That's all I'm going to say. But, yeah. Let me move this a little bit. But we found out something happy about one of the characters, so that was nice. What else? They have, done stuff. Yeah. Let's see what else. They were talking about, I don't know if it was before that or after that, but before I updated you, but they were talking about the forget what it's called, but it's like when the guys do this ritual, like some kind of I forget what it's called. Let me see. Oh, I think it's on this page, so I think it was just a little after I was talking to you. Let me see. It's called the blood rite. I couldn't remember what it's called. They were talking about the blood rite and how they become the warriors. I don't know how you say that word. Illyrin? How you say that? A warrior? I forget how you say that. But anyways, and how difficult it is. And when they were talking about that, I was like, why are they talking about this? So I wonder if Nesta is going to have to go through this blood rite. Because I remember somebody like doing theories when they were before they were going to read this book. And they were talking about how they don't think that she was going to do the blood rite. But I think she's going to do the blood rite, because why would they bring it up and how brutal it is and stuff? So I think that's one of my things I think is going to happen. We will see if I'm right. I didn't write that down here, but I'm noting it here with you guys. But mostly he was talking about his life. You know, what happened to his mom. And, Nesta is forming a group with these, I forget what they're called, but they're the priestess, how do you say it for the girls? I forget how you say the word, but anyways, she is trying to get them to train. And nobody was training, and finally, some of the girls were signing up. So that was cool. There is some, like, you know, there is some sexual scenes with her and Cassian. And then she was having them show her how to do stuff, Az and Cassian. And then she was talking about how she's done threesomes before, and how she wouldn't mind having a threesome with Az and Cassian. How do you say this? Cassian? Yeah, she went there. That she did. And I was like, ooh. Okay. Okay, so there's a part, you know, I was telling you about the feet thing, that he always has you do the feet. That's the first thing that you got to learn before you can start fighting and stuff. Is how to, I mean, you have to do this thing with the feet that I was talking about that one time. So when Gwyn, or I don't know if that's how you say her name, Gwyn? It's Gwyn. I don't know how they pronounce that. I pronounce it Gwyn. I don't know if that's right. But when she decides to join, Cassian says, after they're done talking, because there's a sad part where, because they don't go out, these priestesses, they stay in the library. And this was the first time in a long time that she came out. And she says, forgive me if I spend some time gawking at the sky. I put sad and awesome, because it's sad that that's the first time in a long time that she's been outside, but also awesome because she is out there now. Or awe because she's out there now. And then Cassian said, no more chit-chat, Ness. Show our new friend Gwyn. Is it? I'm Cassian. Ness, show her your feet. Feet, Gwyn? Copper brows rose. Nesta rolled her eyes. You'll see. And I put, ha ha. Yeah. And then she was like practicing in the yard, and close to where the library is. And I don't know how you say her name, Clothes. I don't know how you say the lady's name, but she's the head of the library. It's Clotho. She sent Cassian down to talk to Cassian, because she didn't want the Nesta to be there because it would be distracting. And Nesta was doing that because she wanted Cassian to show her some moves and how gentle and stuff he is, in case, you know, the girls were scared, you know, and that was keeping them away because, you know, they were been abused and stuff. And then Cassian figured out, and he said, crafty Archie. And then I put, aw, Nesta isn't so bad. And then I put a heart. But that's all I'm going to say because this vlog, like I said, is going to be long. But I will update you guys later. Hi, everybody. I didn't get much further in. I'm now at 330. But I just got to say, I love the friendship that Nesta has with these certain priestesses, and there's one that's not a priestess, but she has trauma, you know, like bad stuff has happened to her because of men that want to be, you know, that think women are only good for so much, you know. But I like that they were talking, the two main ones that Nesta's close with. We're talking about books, and Nesta and the one girl likes smut books, and the other girl just likes regular just reads regular romance. And the one girl talked about this one author and gave her one of the ones that were less smutty. And she said, the girl's like, oh boy. She was basically like, oh boy, if that's tame. But I gotta say that you guys know I love Rice Ann, but this book is making me like pissed off with him. Really, really pissed off with him. Like, I just want to hit him. Just go into the book and freaking hit him. And then we found out something sad that could happen to a certain person. I'm trying to, you know, not like spoil that part. But we did find out something sad that could happen to this one person. So, yeah. I know, I knew already because I did watch Beautiful Book Bethany, her non-spoilery review, but she was talking about like all the different triggers, so I knew that whoever this happened to, you know, was gonna be, you know, that it I don't know but yeah, I knew that when she mentioned this certain thing, I knew who the character was gonna be. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick update because, yeah, he just made me so mad. And there was also a part where Cassian and Nesta were about to really they were already getting down and dirty, but they were really going to get into it. And then Az showed up. Oh, I love him. I'm curious about who's going to be in his. And I do want to say that while there's going to be more stories, Nesta's story will end in this one. I found out about that. I was watching somebody's thing. So, and the next book would be about a different character, but we don't know who yet. But I got to also say right now, what's her name? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh, but she pisses me off. Can't think of her name right now, and I loved her in the other books. Amryn? Ugh, this book is making me hate her. She says, because there's something that they want Nesta to do, and Cassian's like, I don't like it. And then Amryn says, you don't have to like it. You just have to shut up and do as you're told. Like, I would have slapped her. I don't care if she's a girl. And she's almighty powerful. Crap. Man. That made me mad. Like, really, really made me mad. And then something happened to Nesta and her powers showed up again. That power. Wow. I would not want to be on her bad side if she really unleashed that power. That's all I'm going to say on that. But I'm going to let you guys go, and I'll update you guys later. Hi, everybody. I decided, I'm going to update you again, but I decided after this update, I'm gonna do part 2. So this is gonna be, after I update you, this is gonna be the end of part 1, and then I'll do a part 2, because otherwise this video is gonna be like way over an hour. So, but I am now on 490, and I'm not gonna say much, but there was some very like powerful scenes that just happened. Some were good powerful scenes, and some were sad powerful scenes. And I'll just say Nesta and somebody else got into it, and Nesta, well, first some people were they found out a certain thing that she can do, and a couple people voted against letting her know what the certain thing was that she could do, and they weren't going to tell her that this can happen, and or that she could do this, and then but the vote went in her favor, so Cassian could tell her. And when he told her, she got really, really mad, and she went off the handle and said some stuff that she shouldn't have said. But yet, what she said shouldn't have been like kept from this person. But she still shouldn't have said it. And they got mad at her, and well, a couple people. The person that should have been told about this other thing wasn't mad at her, but a couple other people were. So Cassian had to take her somewhere for they could settle down. The person that was really, really upset, and yeah. And we got, I always forget his name, but he's one of my favorite side characters. I always forget his name. I think it might have, let me see if I can find his name real quick. I can't remember his name, but one of the side characters, I can't remember his name, but I really like him, and he came on a Pegasus, and that was a cool scene. And then what else happened? Of course, there was some more sex scenes with Cassian and Nesta, more scenes with, I think, who's going to be like her inner circle. So yeah, there was more scenes with them, and yeah, it's very good. A lot of things happened, and of course there was an incident with Tamlin. I told you guys before that he's like staying in his beast form, and they were on his lands and they shouldn't have been there, and he got upset, and Nesta basically told the asshole off. And she goes, I can't believe that Pharaoh was ever in love with him, And she basically told him what a controlling prick he is. Yeah. So, but yeah. That's about it. I still don't like Ares. I forget how you say his name. And Amryn is still making me upset. I still don't. I'm still like, she's gonna have to do some really serious groveling for me to like her again, because what she said to Vera, I did not like at all. She's just, ugh. And how she talked to Cassian, like I was saying. Didn't like that either. So, but I'm going to let you guys go, and I will update you. I'll start part 2 of the vlog tomorrow when I've read some more. All right. Night, everybody. Thanks for watching part 1. And I hope you guys stay for part 2.